always tell people, like, if you really want to see something different, I highly recommend everybody to come here and also see for yourself. So hey guys, since a lot of you have asked how we working and how does it look like, especially with producing in China, we take you in the next few days to our business trip to China and show you everything, how we work and how the complete process also looks like. Currently we are in Munich, we're heading to Hong Kong, then we later go to Shanghai to meet with a potential business partner and with my former boss. And then later we go to the south of China, to Hong Kong again, and do production overview and double check everything with our suppliers. And yeah, we will give you a detailed overlook in the next few days, how we work, what we basically do, and how we can manage also production in a different country and continent basically. Yeah, so I hope you're as thrilled as I am. Wie ist die Stimmung? Ja, es geht. Geht's dir? Mir geht's super. Hab nicht geschlafen auf jeden Fall. Ja, das richtig am Arsch. So guys, we made it to Hong Kong. Was a pretty exhausting flight. Did you get some sleep? I mean, I also did not get any. We need to wait for our stuff. Then we go out of the airport. We already had my immigration. Was pretty easy as a European. And then we get our stuff. We need to go out and in again. Then we have our flight to Shanghai in a few hours, and then we will be back in Shanghai. Good morning. So second day here, official first day of the business trip. We are right now heading to the address of my potential new business partner and also former boss from a Chinese company where I worked. Weather is pretty fine today. We had yesterday evening when we arrived, it was pretty cold and wet, so that's much better now. We also, you see when you're in China, it's crazy how fast everything is changing and how the country changed in the last 10 years. That's pretty amazing, and also the different to us in Europe or America. We also try to get as much footage as possible from these days to see also for you a little bit the background, what we are doing and how everything looks like. When you come the first time to China, the complete country is running on 2 apps, which means Alipay and WeChat. So those are the most used payment and also communication methods here. They don't have any credit card systems or so, which is very different compared to Europe. And also for me, it's always super nice to come here because first of all, I like the culture. Also food is amazing, very spicy, which we had yesterday evening. It was also very funny. I always tell people, like, if you really want to see something different, because the impression we get in Europe through the media is not how China is really like, I highly recommend everybody to come here and also see for yourself. And especially, I mean, we will also give you some video footage in the next few days if we do the high-speed trains and so stuff. That's awesome, really, super crazy. And yeah, like I said, we're heading right now to the meeting, and later we'll give you an update then. So we had now a very productive meeting. It was pretty good, I would say. Especially we discussed the future and current automotive trends, and also where the complete industry is heading to, especially with Chinese markets. Chinese markets are very competitive and also very hard right now because low margins and big competition. And we also discussed about the OEM Plus topic, which will be much more in the future, also for big brands like BMW, for instance. And also that's where we as a company see in the future big demand, especially for those customized, high quality and also high price areas. The plan for the next day is that we do a little bit of tourist program. What's also very important, especially if you do a business in China, is the trust factor. So this is something that you really need to build up, which we luckily have, or what I have with my suppliers and also customers in the last few years, because a lot of things are not possible if they trust you, especially also from supplier side. And the good thing is that we really support here, also from our side, our field and also our customers pretty strong. So we are back at the airport again. Now we're heading to the south of China, to Shenzhen. There will be also the next few days our location to meet one of my suppliers, and also to give you a very detailed overview in the next few days. How does the complete process work? How we work with our suppliers? How does the production work? The painting process, quality checking, also assembly of some parts. And also to really understand where we actually have the productions, and also how does our supplier look like, how capable they are, and how you benefit if you work with us, because you have all our network in the south of China. So since we need to be on time, our boarding starts in 5 minutes and I think we need to go. So we are right now in our final destination, I would say, for today. We made it to Shenzhen. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome. Can I speak Chinese? Okay. A little.
A little, yes. So as you see, the people here are super friendly and it's super fun. I always say, if you're like in China, it's like the old Wild West, because you need to order with your hands and show everything. They also use translation for sure. But like I said, I mean, we have now our final destination for today. We made it to Shenzhen. Now we're having some sort of barbecue and hot pot mix for dinner. Tomorrow we start in the factory, then we give you an update for everything, and the next days will be super interesting for you. This Gewürz ist geisteskrank. Es ist geisteskrank. Das ist so geil. We are now meeting one of the bosses. So we start actually today with the whole production process and with the factory. So this is Tom. He doesn't speak English, but this doesn't matter. So, Tom, hi, good morning. We are good friends, but he doesn't speak English, but this doesn't matter. It's Sebastian.
Okay.
Sebastian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So doing business in China is very important that you also do the cultural topics, which means, especially here in the south, is tea drinking very important. We first always do tea drinking before we head over to the work topics, where we do the production issues, what's currently going on, where we need to improve something, where is something missing, where are the problems right now. And yeah, I mean, you will see for yourself how they work here, how is everything set up, and what makes it really different, and also where the benefits are if you work with a company in China. First things first, in the production, you basically need to prepare the fabrics and also later for the layup.
You basically start with a big roll, you lay it up, you cut it in the right shapes, and later on you then use it for the layup process. Like I said, according to each part, there's always a specific layup needed and also specific sizes needed. The next step is the layup process into the toolings. We always use kind of two toolings, which would be steel tooling and aluminum tooling. So we don't use any areola or something. They screw it up once they have everything laid up according to the layup plan. So once the parts are ready and already have the vacuum on it, those will be put into the autoclave here. Then they heat it up, they do the complete injection of the resin. Then the next would be that those raw shells will be checked. Then they go into the next process, which would be the grinding process.
This is how the part look like after tooling directly. You can see here some additional material which needs to be removed with those grinders. And then you see here some areas are really rough. Most of the time we use a CNC machine, a CNC robot, which is removing the edges very precise, which is needed for some certain parts. But most of them will be also optimized by hand. So once the raw shells are finished and the additional material has been removed with some grinder, the parts will also be checked here if there are any big defects or if there is something ongoing where they say, hey, this part needs to be thrown out already. Then it will be sent out to the painting supplier. Painting supplier will paint the parts with 3 layers of paint. Then they come back here, they will get the green sticker to guarantee that the quality is okay. And then it will be packed and will be shipped out. And based on that, we really can assure for each of our customers that the quality is okay. So what you see here is basically, I would say, a assembly room or final checking room, which they use. Also, we applied here some 3M tape, some spoilers to also later mount it on the cars for the customers. Also what for me and also for our company is very important, since our background is coming from big OEMs, the traceability of parts. So every part is really a marking on it, like when it was produced, which part number and everything. Also, we especially always do a final green point, which is the final quality checking point. And based on that, we can really identify which part is affected, when was something or when was it produced and when do we have some issues with it. We can easily trace it. So that's basically standard process, but also to see also for our customer and especially for you, how everything is working here. And once this is finished, the parts will be packed into some plastic bags. We put it in a big shipping box and then the parts will be sent out to the customer directly to Europe. So we are back at the hotel right now in the lobby. We had a super productive meeting today and also super productive day actually. We defined the next steps which are necessary for the process we're running. Also, we go tomorrow to our tooling maker where we see a big tooling and also some finishing of some parts and some tools. We had great dinner today. We had also great lunch today, which I highly recommend if you are here in China. Yang Mei is it called? Spicy noodles, I love it, really. I waited 4 days to get here to get those. And yeah, I think we see each other tomorrow. Today we are at the tooling maker. You can hear already in the background. Also, you can see here that they have a lot of machines running. They do basically 7 days a week, 24/7 production, 2 shifts, which means 12 hours and 12 hours. So they have here basically everything to prepare the tools for the process later on. And yeah, we double check now some big toolings to give you also an impression how heavy those are, how big those machines are which they use here. You see here, they have already one of our tools ready, which I wanted to show you. It's basically a big front tool for one of our customers, 300 kilograms heavy. They are hard to produce, you need a big machine. They mostly do here aluminum and steel tools, and also for all kind of other customers. What we can see here is the second half already, which is currently under production. And the good thing is, in China, the complete process is super smooth and very efficient. So if you need something
easily can be fixed overnight, I would say. Also, they do welding here and prepare everything. So once we need to change something in the toolings, then we plant here with the mold, and then they can easily adapt it overnight. Also, big thing is why we always suggest our customers to use aluminum toolings or steel toolings, because we can price it. Toolings, I would say, is roughly 50 to 60% minimum cheaper than in Europe, and you also don't need to do so much rework on the toolings. You don't need to build after 20 a new one. So basically, we always guarantee, I would say, like minimum 1,000 pieces. You can get out of one tool before you really start to need to optimize something very critical again, or you need to improve something on the edges, for instance. Yeah, but so basically that's how we work here. Super good, very satisfied from my side, especially I would say, and the connection we have with the guys here is also great. So basically why we also can provide so competitive pricing is relatively simple, because here in China energy prices are super low. They say here they told me like 10 cents per kilowatt hour, which is compared to Europe or Germany really high, I would say. Also, those guys here, I mean, we don't have here like such a fancy building, I would say. And even with that, they simply can produce the quality we require, and also the efficiency what they also offer. This is for us super helpful also for our customers. Otherwise, it would not be so easy to provide us what we want for our customers. Yeah, that's how basically the complete shop here looks like. The guys are super friendly to us always. We can have whatever we want, I would say. Additionally, to my carbon fiber supplier, he has also a CNC workshop for high precision parts, for medical parts. It's also great for us because once we have smaller issues which we need to manufacture by machine, by CNC, we just simply use the other building, which we also need sometimes to optimize some tool areas, or if we use parts where we have some metal parts inserted, we can easily drill this or remove it. It's simply making the complete process much more easier and faster, which is the most important thing. Now at the painting supplier, which is basically one of the most important steps in the production. You get the parts from raw shells here. They do the first steps, which is polishing, sandblasting. Then they do 3 to 4 layers of paint. During that time, they also do again some grinding and polishing, some water polishing to get really the best surface out of it. Once this is finished, then you have polishing step with polishing paste to get the parts shiny, I would say. And there they use two kind of machines. One is turning and the other one is also turning, but in a different way. It's hard to explain in English. With this result, we get the best outcome for our customers and for our parts. I mean, it took us really a while to find a very good painting supplier here in China. We also invested a lot of money here together with the supplier to really raise the standard so that we are really capable of providing perfect parts. For us, it's also possible to do custom paints, which means in certain colors or certain requirements. We also do a lot of testing, which means we guarantee that the paint job is good also over a long period of time. Simply with this, we can say that we provide something what others cannot, because like I said already, I think the bottleneck always is to find a good painting supplier. We have done that, so we are happy about that.
So guys, we are back from our painting supplier. We promised you to make it as raw as possible. We had now a very special dinner because the place we went to is basically, I would say, for food-wise, very specific. We could have chosen, I don't know if this is the English correct, but I don't care. We could have had snake, eel, fish, what is Schildkröte in English? Turtle, yeah. turtle. We could have had turtle, but we had a mixture of eel, fish, and also chicken. We had basically a very good day at the painting supplier, because it's also always good to go there, to double check with them, to show them, hey, this is specific what you need to take care of, especially for some parts, because we have very critical customers also where we ramp up currently production, which needs to be 100% okay. From my side, I mean, I'm basically very happy until now. The only thing I'm not so happy about is our sleeping schedule. I just had 4 hours of sleep this night, and the last 2 days was pretty similar. So going to the east to China here and having normal trips and do work is very exhausting, even if sometimes my friends or my family is not believing me. What we experience here is like super fun, very friendly, very open, and also very on the same level a partnership with our suppliers. The next days will be like to double check more of the parts which are currently produced. We try also to be as transparent to you. Some of the projects we cannot show you to you since they are not released yet. But most of the parts we can already show to you. Once we have that ready, you will see it anyway in the next few days or in the next footages. And we go then on Friday evening, we go with the high-speed train to Hong Kong.
别墅里面唱 K， 水池里面饮龙鱼。我送阿硕茶具和研磨虾饼，直接给我4个字算大展宏。
We made it now to the final destination of our trip here to Hong Kong. We are sitting in a beautiful restaurant here where we are not going to tell you the exact location since we don't want to get an Instagram hotspot. I think it's time to have a short review over the last few days and also to double check for you what have we achieved here. First of all, we solved a lot of quality problems. We had great new contacts also from customer and supplier side. And the most important thing is we did a lot of footage for you to see exactly how the process is working and what's going on. And in the end, since Chinese culture is really depending on those face-to-face meetings, that's also the reason why we come here, and also the reason in the end for our customers to really have a benefit of good parts in the end, very fast processes, and basically super professional. In the future, you will see more of this kind of stuff to give you also a better feeling where we can help our customers and what do we do and how we do it, since I want to be very transparent in this field. And yeah, let me know if you have some comments or if you have some questions, and I think we see each other next time.